Okay, nice. Volt Charge. We took it first in the last draft. We'll take it second this time. Passing Grim Affliction, which I do like. This is a pretty bad pack. Soul Eater and Parasitic Implant are both decent. The rest of the cards here are quite mid. It's like Volt Charge over Grim Affliction, basically, with some other random stuff. Oh yeah, that's right. We started with... Okay, so yes, we already know we saw... Or wait, oh, I guess, is it just Horned Helm again? This thing is basically colorless. It's kind of a short sword. It is a little bit clunky because it's 2 mana to cast. This card's still pretty good though. We have green cards, so we might end up in green anyway. This thing is reasonable but a little slow. Blasting Station is a very cool card. The stations in general are like very complex combo pieces that all overlap nicely. Lose Hope is not terrible, but I think it's Horned Helm over Explorer and the other stuff. We just don't have to be in green, and this is effectively colorless. Like +1/+1 and Trample is not the worst. Ooh, Tapper now. Razor Golem's good, but it's worse, and nothing else matters, so we'll just jam it. Charmed Sleep is good. Blue Dragon's nice, but it is very expensive, and there's really nothing else. I guess I'm taking Charmed Sleep because it's cheap. I could take this. This thing is a 4 mana 2/2. It likes when stuff dies, so it's like kind of an interesting interactive, or not interactive, not exactly a combo piece, but just like a nice build around thing if you get any sack stuff. Once again, I think 7 mana cards are largely just too expensive. Maybe if I'd taken Rishkar and I'd taken the Mana Dork over the Horned Helm, but I think I'd rather just take all these double pipped interactive cards instead, so we'll take Charmed Sleep. Hey, do we take the Tyne Shrike? I don't think we do. I mean, there's a chance it's the pick. This is a really bad pack. I want to take Phyrexian Juggernaut, though. This is one of those very unusual Infect cards that actually poses like a pretty real clock. Like a 5/5 is big, and you just hit them with this twice and they die. We already have multiple ways of tapping stuff, and this thing's colorless, so that's nice too. And even giving it Trample with the Horned Helm is relevant, so I think it's an easy Juggernaut all told. Okay, Nurok, Invisimancer versus Carapace Forger. This is pretty interesting. Invisimancer is a better card, but Carapace Forger stays on color with the Rishkar, and it's easier to cast. The Horned Helm is not really a factor. The other cards don't really matter. I'm never going to Corpse Cur to pick up my Juggernaut. I think it's just the Invisimancer as an evasive guy, but Carapace Forger is cool, and somewhere out there the Smasher is yelling at me to take the Elves. Ooh, I like Narnum Cobra and Thriving Rats, and I like Dukara Peafowl. I think I'll take Peafowl because now it seems like we're moving into blue, 2 double blue cards. But these 2-drops are both quite solid. Here I'll take Audacious Infiltrator. It's just a 2-drop. The evasion is probably not particularly relevant in this format, but it was good in Aether Revolt because of the evasion. But yeah, we're probably just blue-white stuff. Wait, did I... Oh, okay. For a second, I thought I was going to goof pick. I was like, what happened? But then instead it was the timer from the last pick, and we were seeing new cards. Flameborn, Viron, or whatever, however this thing's pronounced, is okay. Dementia Bat's okay. Mortis Dogs is okay. We're going to take an okay white card instead. This kind of effect gets better when you have a lot of evasion, which currently we don't, but it's still not the absolute worst. And then none of these cards matter. You can just take a Buna's Chant for the sideboard for signaling, I guess. And none of these cards matter, so we can take Vex. I mean, the most playable card is Reap, and so... yeah, you should queue into one of these drafts. People have passed me so many bombs, well, I mean, from the previous one at least. And I don't really care about Sideboard Plummet. I'm very unlikely to be green based on how this has started. And a Caustic Hound. And whatever. Okay. This is a pretty bad pack for me. Like, Fairy Vandal's going to be really hard to make work. Best card is Outmuscles, so I guess I take that, and maybe green's back on the menu now, or I could splash green potentially. I have no fixing though. There's probably not much in the format. But like otherwise, I don't think I should be first picking Witching Well, and like the white cards don't really matter. There's not like a bomb or anything in this pack either in my book, so I think it's okay to just take out Muscle, waffle a little bit. Wow, okay, now we're past some great cards. I would take like 5 cards out of this pack quite happily. Actually, maybe more than 5. Master Splicer, Blinding Soul Eater, both Phyrexian mana creatures, Suture Priest, Gitaxian Probe, and this guy's okay, but everything else, like, just an incredible pack. So I can take this 4/4 for 4, basically, or I can take Blinding Soul Eater. There's still a weird world, I think, where I end up in like blue-green or something without white. I mean, Splicer is very good. I think it's actually Soul Eater, though. Just take the cheaper card that interacts. This could be a mistake. No, like, you're not gonna... Yeah, it's extremely unlikely that you would find Blink stuff. Also, this is a little closer to colorless, so maybe we, like, wheel a Suture Priest if somebody takes this and there's only one other white drafter. I don't know. I'm not 100% on this one. There's a chance Master Splicer is just better, but I want to take the Soul Eater. I think this card's very good. Oh, wow, Thopter Arrest now? Okay, white's just, like, incredibly open. This card's very good, but this card is way better. Renegade Map and Gyrippur Osprey are honorable mentions, too. Confounding Riddle's good. I think I want to take Oltec Cloud Guard. I don't love picking up 4-drops because they are on the expensive side, but I think this one's good enough to warrant taking, and it seems we're probably back on the blue-white train. We have to play white after, I think, the Thopter Arrest pack. And even the pack before. Confounding Riddle I do like, but I think it's probably a bit worse. I like Panicked Altasaur a good amount too. That was the Cloud Guard. And a pack with nothing in it, probably. What is this? I guess the bounce spell is okay. Anything else matter here? This card's okay, but it's very expensive. This guy's actually pretty good, I think. I don't know if we can swing a 5-drop. This thing might be better. Let's try to figure out the curve here. It's going to be the deciding factor. This guy's pretty good. I kind of want to take this thing, even though the bounce spell is reasonable too. What if we're green-white? Yeah, I'm just going to take the Paladin. I don't know. Ooh, I love Glint Sieve Artisan. This is one of my favorite cards. Yeah, green-white could be on the table in theory. But I think we'd have to see more green for that to happen. But yeah, we get to pass Ether Meltdown, just stay committed to the white. 100% to play white now. And, geez, just everything, every pick. Am I allowed to take... I think I have to take this. I don't think I'm allowed to take this 2/2, even though I do like this card, over another premium removal. Like, Forced Worship is so far from premium removal. My deck is just all removal, I guess. That's probably fine, though. I don't know. We can... just figure that stuff out later. Ooh, this is a great one for us, too. Soul Migration, or Soul of Migration, that is. Landscaper Kolos is nice. I don't think we're really splashing anything. Technically, like, if we're green-white, maybe Jade Avenger is good, but I think this is pretty nice. Sometimes it's 7 mana, sometimes it's 4 mana, make 2 guys. I think it's better than the land cycling guy. And we wheel a Pathlighter, why not? This is our Gyrippur Osprey that we passed from before. And we can practically be mono white. I think it's... This is actually really strange, because I could take Suture Priest, or I could take... Honestly, I could take any of these. I think this one's the worst, because it's hard to cast. I think I might actually be in for a Lost Leonin, just with the idea that this one's the most castable, and it can block, and it is just going to put -1/-1 counters on the opponent's stuff. Wow, and we get the literal Osprey back too. I really like Suture Priest too. I think the card's really good, but I think with this deck in particular, I think we're in trouble for ways to affect the board in like the very early turns. Okay, does this matter at all? I think this card's bad. Let's just take the counter spell. Does this matter though? I think no. Well, it's Chaos J. John, so there are going to be a ton of redundant things like that. But yeah, it is kind of funny. Also, if they had had Charmed Sleep and not the dose, then we would have lived. That's insane. Oh, you didn't realize it was Chaos? Yeah, this is Chaos. No, it's not a cube. J. John's like, well, Chaos, now I don't want to fire one of these. Ooh, Phyrexian Dragon Engine, just a 3-mana 2/2 double strike. I think that's easily good enough. Even better? Okay, that's nice. Evolving Wilds doesn't really do anything. Does anything else in this pack matter remotely? Okay, that's good. Yeah, none of the other cards matter. We're taking that. It's colorless. It's free real estate. Hidetsugu. This thing's kind of big. Wanderer's Intervention is nice. This card's okay, but it is 3 mana. 4 mana guy, sack a guy, scry. It's like reasonable blue cards. I guess there's the Modern Age is very good. Free real estate exactly. Nothing exciting in green, so I'm taking it's either going back into blue for the Modern Age, which admittedly is very good, or taking one of the it's a bomb. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I'm probably supposed to play blue. Like we never really got sucked into green by anything else. And based on how open white was in the previous pack, okay, yeah. We took the Soul Eater, didn't wheel the Master Splicer, did wheel all 3 of the other white cards. So reasonable chance we wheel one of the white cards here by taking the Modern Age. I do think we're supposed to be in blue. Yeah, makes sense. I agree. Do like Rose Thorn Acolyte. Best card in the pack is probably Order of Midnight. I kind of want to take a Silver Flame Squire. It's another 2-drop, but it's also a combat trick. Yeah. Time to pivot to Rakdos. I think we can wait. Unexplained Vision card's okay. This there are so many new sets in this one that it feels very tempo oriented and fast. Like we probably don't even want Phyrexian Juggernaut. Whereas normally in Chaos, this is like a pretty reasonable card. But yeah, Squire it is. And then Wing Commando, card's decent. Or we could take Laydown Arms. There's also Supply Drop, which is a card I liked and most people didn't. Yeah, Modern Age is really good. It's hard to do better than that for sure. Obolt, a card I'm a big fan of. Recommission for a Dragon Engine, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm not going to take it here, but I don't know, I think the card's okay. Less than or equal to the number of planes you control. It's like very conditional. I think it's just a Wing Commando and see if we wheel a white card. Replace one of our random white guys. Like, one of the funny things about players in this format is I think they're going to be more willing to spend removal on like a Mysterious Pathlighter than a Ghirapur Osprey, even though they do like the exact same thing. I don't remember why I thought that was relevant, but I really did. This is actually a very tough one for us. Now it's Wall of Denial versus Plow Beast versus Talon Trooper. It's probably not Talon Trooper. I kind of want to take Plow Beast as just a bit of fixing, but the Wall of Denial is like really impossible to attack through. I think I just take the card that helps with my consistency though. I don't know how good Laydown Arms is. I think it's probably okay. I think Oust is great. Laydown Arms probably not quite as much. I think the Plains thing is just a little conditional probably. But this is a really tough one. Like, this card's certainly very good. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, we're just going to take the dual land here, basically. We have multiple double blue things in the deck. It's probably okay. Ooh, these are both good. 1 mana, 1/1 Exalted, and the Cloud Heath Drake. What do I want to do, though? This deck is probably aggressive enough that 1 mana, 1/1 Exalted could be pretty interesting. This thing is 5 mana. I really want to limit myself on 5 mana cards, so I guess I take the 1-drop. Sure. I don't know. This makes me a little sad because like the raw power of this thing is definitely higher in like traditional Chaos when you're in blue-white too. Like 3/3 Flying Vigilance for 5 sort of is pretty good, but I think this is probably just too aggressive of a format. Okay, do like Banishment Decree. This equipment's okay, but it's just worse than Horned Helm, whatever I'm trying to say. Geyser could actually be really nice as a tempo play. It seems better than Banishment Decree, I think. Vivisection is a no. This thing is a no. This is just a totally lost. I think bounce 2 things could be pretty backbreaking. Like if you just get ahead with a bunch of cheap spells like 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, bounce your 2 things. Yeah, I don't know exactly how many planes. Oh, the Loxodon Anchorite. Okay, every now and then they do give me a good old card. They do exist. I love the Anchorite. This should not be in the pack. And here I'm just going to take Evolving Wilds for pretty much the same reason I took the Plow Beast. There's a small chance I don't even play this thing. This card's okay, and probably better than like a Lost Leonin or whatever, but if I can just up my consistency with cards like this, then I will. I'm starting to pick up even more double white, and I do have the double blue, so... Any soldiers? I probably do have a bunch, actually, but I'm still just going to take the land. And I was correct, we do wheel one of the white cards from this pack. Okay, take the Golden Tail, and then there's just nothing here. Neither of these cards matter at all. Guess I'll take this. Alright, cool. And we get this, which is probably better than Lost Leonin. We get the Wall of Denial anyway, easy. Sorry, Bant Sojourners. My colors were extremely open, apparently. And maybe this one will trophy, you know? But also, I can't say that, because we know what happened last time. Dragon Engine, Soul Eater, Petrify, Squire, probably Infiltrator, Thopter Arrest, Anchorite, probably Charmed Sleep, Modern Age, Wing Commando, this, Oltec Cloud Guard. I already don't even know. Okay, we're only on 12. Pretty unlikely to play Out of Air. I kind of want to play 17 lands plus the Plow Beast here, by the way. As like a pseudo 18 lands. Whoops. Okay, and then I like the Peafowl. Mystic is good. Probably don't need to play Lost Leonin. Maybe a Krazen Squire gets in there. This card will be good or not depending on whether we're racing a lot. I think this card does enough, and we'll get another 5-drop in there. I kind of want to play the Wall of Denial. I'm not sure about Invisimancer, Horned Helm, or Geyser. I think this is probably a no as well. And then the Lost Leonin is also a no, and Forced Worship is out too. These are getting played no matter what. So we're playing like 5 of these 8. So it's probably... I want to play this. I want to try that. Something like this I think is an overperformer. I'm kind of curious about the lifelinker as well. Not sure how much the random 2/2 matters versus the 2/2 flyers and stuff. I do think we can throw in equipment. Let's throw in a lifelinker. Curious about the unblockable guy, and then yeah, now we're looking at this. I don't know, maybe the equipment's too slow, but it does enable like me to have good trades and stuff, which is pretty nice. I think I could maybe see not playing this though. Problem, like, do I want 2 double blue cards in my pretty heavy white deck? It's an interesting question. Do I want these 2/2 flyers? I could go like this. Do I want another 2-drop to smooth out my curve? Maybe that's actually the answer. And then this is kind of a 2-mana creature. And then do I want to make my mana worse or have something with worse evasion? 16 creatures seems like a reasonable number for the Horned Helm. I think I want one more guy. Let's try Invisimancer. Maybe. And then I don't know. There's a weird question here of like, can I justify the second double blue card because I have a couple ways to fix my mana, or am I supposed to say I'm prioritizing consistency here, which is the exact reason I don't play the second double blue card? I don't know. It's one of those. These are both definitely good enough to make the deck. I think it's right not to play Horned Helm as much as I do like that card. And I do like that we have the lifelink and stuff in here, the lifelinker. I think it's okay to do this. Let's just try this out. Do that, and then this mana is going to be a little bit ugly. Wants 10/6, so that's not right. So we go 9, 7, and that's 16, 18. So then we have, yeah, sort of 11, 9. That sounds good. Good enough. Hopefully this makes sense. I don't know. This deck is pretty good. There's definitely a chance I built it wrong. Let's post this deck. I don't remember what the guy was called. Alright, this is our deck now. No more red-green nonsense. Okay, we get paired immediately. Huntmaster. Okay, play first. His hand is reasonable. It's not great. Hope is that they play some random 2/2 that blocks the Infiltrator and we get to use the Squire. Vault Scourge is a good one. Though, unfortunately for me, it would be so much better if the Audacious Infiltrator were just a vanilla guy here. Instead, the evasion actually works against me. But that's okay. Alright, opponent's doing this, and then we're just going to jam a flyer. We are in amazing shape because we have a lot of stuff to do with 3 mana and some stuff to do if we draw more lands, so basically all draws are good. I mean, lands are going to be our best draws, but the opponent's on double green. We have a block here if we want it, but you know, if they attack, we're just going to let it happen. This with prowess is kind of interesting. Okay, they represent a trick. Okay, no blocks. And the Razor Swine. Okay, pretty decent card. Kind of a pain in the butt. Now we get to attack both, and they really need to block with the Razor Swine for multiple reasons. For them and for us. Yeah, they have to block. Gonna on alert here. This is not ideal because our guy does die. But we get the Razor Swine out of the way. So now our guy dies. But this thing was gonna be a nuisance, so I think it's fine. Ooh, Sickle Slicer. Okay, respect. I think now we jam the Dragon Engine, we have a block. Of course, they did represent having a trick earlier, so our guy's probably not going to survive, but that's okay. We have to get the trick out of there at some point. I think, is this better than playing the Lifelinker? Yeah, I think it's better because we want to leave the Lifelinker back for after the trade happens. Okay, well I got wrecked there. I mean, they probably would have done that anyway, but I just got sloppy with my sequencing. This is interesting, though, because they might not have a trick now. Or maybe they just have it all. I should have sequenced that better, though. Unless I actually wanted them to do that. Okay, this is weird. So they have multiple tricks. We're going to block. Our guy's going to die. Okay, that's fine. Currently losing. Don't find a land, so it's time to play the Lifelinker, I think. This is weird. I think I'm supposed to keep getting these tricks out of their hand, but I don't know. Okay. Not doing super hot here. Not dead either, but yeah, they're just like random stuff that adds to the board like that is pretty obnoxious for me. I really want to just... Do they just have a million combat tricks? How many can they possibly have? Okay, this time they don't. That's good. Can I just draw a land here? Okay, that's nice. I'm just going to play this. Just get a 4/4 into play versus their guy. We have +1/+1 in vigilance, so we actually get to attack. Pretty crazy that they've shown me 3 combat tricks this game, though. Like, that is more than most people play. And then we can't tap something if we can at all avoid tapping something, if that makes any sense. Okay, I guess that's a damage, sure. And now it's easier for them to double spell. Okay, we just let this happen. This is a weird one. Like, do they have a trick? It's so horrible for me if they do, but I don't think I'm allowed to play around them having a trick anymore. The germ dying doesn't accomplish anything. I think I have to double block this menace guy. I think I'm losing pretty badly. Yeah, so now they just cast anything. Oh, wait, what? Okay. Counter on the Vault Scourge, but now we have the Tapper for that, and then we have the Loxodon Mystic. Maybe we're okay here, actually, somehow. Jeez. Yeah, we're just dead. I think I disagree with how they played that. I think I would have gone for the double spell counter on the Tapper there, but no. I mean, this guy is not very good, but everything else they've shown me has been really strong. So I think we can just scoop it up. Because now, like, what? I play the Tapper, I take damage in the air. Yeah, there's just no getting out of this. Brutal. That was pretty convincing, too. Like, I mean, I disagreed with one of their plays, and I thought that one of their cards was not great, but, like, everything else they did was pretty good. And my plays were probably worse, actually. I don't think random 2/2 flyers are going to be the answer. Thanks, Jay John. Yeah, let's just try again, I think. Should be a great Wall of Denial matchup if we can draw that one. 2/3 lifelink should be good. I don't know. It's going to be insanely hard for us to win that one, though, when they draw 3 combat tricks and stuff. Before they hit the mountain, we were in good shape. That was on, like, turn 2. We were in good shape on turn 2. I could try to board out an X1 against their pinger, but I think we have too many X1s to really think about that very much. Yeah, we're not in good shape here at all. Okay, this hand's better. Let's throw back the Peafowl, and done. We're gonna find an island. What is with people playing Glistener Elf? This is not a good card. This is my second Glistener Elf opponent. I mean, this player probably has enough combat tricks where it's not the craziest thing in the world, but it's still pretty bad. Here it might trade for my Infiltrator, but they have a Razor Swine too. Maybe there's somehow Infect, but also no way. Yeah. So I guess we're just going to have a weird board stall. I can just play a 3/3 here, which can actually start attacking. And just do that. I love Glint Sleeve Artisan so much. It's such an awesome card. Here's the pinger. Nope, Sickle Slicer. Okay, it's also pretty unfortunate for me. Currently they still have no attacks though, so that part's nice. Kinda need to, I was gonna say we kinda need to draw something evasive. This might be a hardcast Sanctum Plowbeast kind of game, so I guess I just go land Golden Tailed Disciple and pass. feel like they're just gonna destroy me somehow. I don't really know how to describe it. It just feels like they have what it takes. Okay, this is pretty good. I think I'm just supposed to do this. Just fire this off, and then I can tap the Hoarding Recluse and start getting in the air. Yeah. Impending feeling of doom indeed. Even this is like pretty bad though, because if they just have the, I mean, we lose the whole board to the pinger anyway, basically. Because then they can start sending like 2 power creatures, and even then it's just a disaster. Yeah, Pickle Slicer is extremely good. I don't know why I agreed to calling it that, but yes. Okay, they rummage away a land. Leaving up double red is kind of odd. Now they have a, yeah, jeez. Really? At least I have the removal for it, but still, wow. Okay. Now there's kind of an odd situation here about whether I draw my Modern Age or whether I draw another land to cast my Plow Beast. I'm not very likely to draw my Modern Age. They still have the Reach creature now. Okay, we might... We're not really live here. They just do this. Yeah, I guess... I don't know. I guess I'm glad they're staying back. I'm not sure if I would have blocked or not. Dragon Engine, sure. How big is this? This is a 2/4, so I guess we couldn't attack into the Hoarding Recluse anyway. And they can always just re-equip or whatever, but still. At least this thing is locked down. That's like the one thing we have going for us. Okay, they have 2 artifacts. Thankfully not enough, but also maybe not a huge problem. And yeah, unsurprisingly, last card's land. They messed up a little bit by playing it out when they have Scrapwork Mutt in play there. But we will just play this blocker and just have a staring contest. We should win a staring contest, but honestly, I have no idea. Anything can happen here, so... The Panicked Altasaur. Never mind. Never mind. Now we have to answer this. And a tapper is not very good at answering that, so we need like Petrify base. Okay, that worked. We did talk about this, J. John, and you were exactly right. Thankfully, top of my library is a bro. Or something. I don't know what you call that. This is why I thought Neuroke Invisimancer would be good, by the way. Why are they playing out their lands with Scrapwork Mutt in play? Anyway, you're just going to re-equip. Okay, they now have a 3/3 Infect. Sure. I'm trying to figure out how to block. I think the 3/6 is going to be the best blocker, so maybe here I just trade my Glint Sleeve Artisan and move along. I don't know. I think if they feel pressure to make an attack like this, it's going to be good for me in the long term. Yeah, definitely a Spugemin. Yeah, and then they suit this up, which makes sense. But it's also the one I wanted most to interact with anyway here. Okay, this time we're going to hold land in case we find Modern Age. We don't really have a good block against this. It does have Death Touch. I could throw away the Dragon Engine in 1 bird. Yeah, this attack makes much more sense. I think I do just throw away the Dragon Engine in 1 bird, though. And then just start getting in for 1. I think this is a bit better, because I think the lifelinker could matter more on multi-blocks and stuff later. Maybe this is wrong. Okay, they do this. Technically, they should get rid of the dragon engine probably, but maybe they just think I never have double red in this spot. Just re-equip, okay. But now we have the 3/6, which blocks here, and this thing blocks there, so they have to take one. And we draw a land, which is obviously bad. If they draw another artifact, we still have a block with the 3/6 because 5/3 double strike trades for 3/6. If they draw a combat trick, we basically lose. They have 3 of those at least. They did draw a spell or something. It's bad for me here. Let's see what they do. Yeah, so this just means my Sanctum guy is going to die if I block. This would be a nice spot to have double blocked. Well, did I want to double block with Lifelinker? I don't know. I think I have to take it. So I think it's just a disaster for me if I don't know. Maybe that's not true. I don't know what trick they have. Maybe just like a +3/+3. Oh, that's great. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to go for that, J. John. I'm not sure. Okay, there's nothing like super profitable I can do with this geyser. Okay, they're just gonna do this. I want them to attack with like one other thing here. Okay, this time we have to block. Okay, so they have like a shock here or something. Wait, what? Okay, they just wanted to rummage. Wow, we draw Wall of Denial. Okay, I guess we're kind of getting there. I could have attacked with the lifelink there as well, but we can do that next turn, I guess. Yeah, it seems like we're probably okay here. Okay. So those we can just bounce both of them. I don't care about taking the first 3 from Infect either. Or the first 4, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Okay, so they turn on the Spiraling Duelist. But I don't think that's super relevant. I think it's just, yeah, we should be okay, honestly. Just take my 3. Problem is, like, we just have not had a clock. Okay. I think it's the same thing here, though. I want to see if I can get a combat trick out of their hand if I block with the Sanctum Plow Beast on the Insect. I assume they have nothing, though. Yeah, I think they have nothing. Yeah, that's reasonable. I just really like getting this clean answer while we can. I don't know. Oh, I don't think that was even remotely spewy. Maybe we spewed damage, but like we have to spend that card trading for the Infect guys. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But then like we know they have combat tricks. You said he would have chumped with the 1/1. Yeah, maybe that makes sense. We did donate 3 life to them. Hopefully that's not a huge deal. Like, we already got their reach creature and their pinger. Most of their cards are combat tricks. We have just like a wall of blockers. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you're just right and what I did made no sense. This one should be over though, regardless, and like unless they top deck something great or unless I played horribly. They're gonna go for something here. Yeah, so they just have some combat trick. That's fine. I don't care if this guy dies. Have at it. Okay, that works too. Did they forget that it didn't have double strike anymore? Maybe that's what happened. Oh, geez. Okay. That didn't quite make sense, right? Because they could have saved one of their guys by equipping first. Okay, I'm starting to draw too many lands. I guess if I go for your play, then it works out way better, probably. I'm going to lose, though. I don't know. I'm just going to get slag stormed out of this. If I get to hold up the the bounce 2 things when they have the slag storm, though, we're just crushing. And now we're losing by a lot. Like, this was one of our better draws, and we're still losing by a lot. Yeah. Where's my Vigilant Wall of Denial attack? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm supposed to have done. I can top deck another answer for this. Just like something that double blocks it or whatever. Okay, that's actually really good. Yeah, we did top deck something. We're definitely not just dead. That's so bad for me. The random ass ignoble hierarch. Oh my god, it's too many lands. It's incredibly unlikely that we win this, I think. I don't know. Maybe if we drew the Modern Age a while ago. Anchorite still helps us. I guess they're decking first. I don't know. They can't attack. That's something. Okay, we do draw the Anchorite. Nice. Modern Age does deck me, though. I guess that's the one issue. But we might deck them. Like, they're at 13 cards. Sure, why not? We're actually okay against this, I think. Because they can re-equip, attack, and then even with the Exalted, sure, they have an 8/8, but we just prevent the... Oh, wait. Oh, we can't prevent the damage to the Wall of Denial. Because it has Shroud. So now do I cast this Modern Age and deck myself? I guess I do. What do I have left in my deck? I can draw flyers and stuff. Whatever. I think I have to do it. I have to try to kill them. Yeah. Okay, nice. Question is, do I just get rid of the Sickle Slicer, or do I get rid of their 5/5? Yeah, we can draw. We have like a couple flyers and stuff. Strat. It's nothing crazy. I think it's just the 5/5, honestly. Yeah, maybe Slicer was better. I don't know. But we are certainly trying to win in the air. That is true. Okay, Tangle Asp. That's fine. Ish. It's a bit of an issue. We take one a turn from that. Maybe if I just hit... No, actually we take 2 a turn. Okay. Draw a card, discard a card. Okay. I might die because I didn't hit the Sickle Slicer. What a crazy game. I really did not play this very well. Hey, Mercurio Blue, good to see you. Okay, Arcbound Tracker. That guy's medium annoying. Yeah, I do have to take 2 damage from this, I think. Pretty soon I'm going to have to chump, but not yet. You can chump next turn. 5 life should be safe, and then they're just re-equipping probably. Yep. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Now we just do this. All right. Good thing I cast that Modern Age. They're almost dead. Question now is, what do I chump with? Probably the Crozen Squire, because I'm done with the Exalted. 1 card in hand. Yeah, this should be over. I mean, we'll see what they have, but... Border Post. Yeah, so they have nothing. Nice. Man, what a grind. I did not play that very well either. I made a couple mistakes, I think, in there. Okay. So... Hey, Wacky, good to see you. Yeah. Out of air. Do we want this? It's okay, it's hard to cast. Forced Worship. I think this has to stay out. Anything else that matters? No. So it's like out of air or nothing. What do we want to do? Honestly, I think a Crozen Squire on the draw. We just want to be more reactive rather than try to pressure them. It's also another random X1 that gets pinged. Yeah, I think we're just extremely unlikely to, like, they have a sweeper and they have a pinger and stuff and multiple reach guys. Like, we just need to draw perfectly like we did there. Okay, good hands. Not great. Hopefully good enough. Okay, thanks, J. John. See you later. Thank you for tuning in and for your wisdom/input as always. Okay, we do find double white. That's nice. And they have an aggressive curve, but their guys don't deal very much damage. So we'll see if I can survive the onslaught here. Oh, and I was correct to lead with Island, but I actually forgot why. The answer is because I have that thing in my deck, the Out of Air. So now the plan is Soul Eater and block the Glistener Elf, if I'm allowed to do that. Ooh, the Sickle Slicer. Okay. They have decent curve here though. Only go down to 19, even though they have 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. And then here I don't think we need this plains. Yeah, I think we can, well, problem is if I don't find land 5, we're gonna find land 5, whatever. Okay, let's get this guy down. Okay. Sure, this is extremely free. Okay, Wall of Denial, not bad. Let's just get the wall down, I suppose. Does that make sense? I think so. And we're just gonna tap their Death Toucher. The one that actually has Death Touch. And then maybe the Vector Glider gets in next turn. We'll see. They fire off the re-equip. That is unhinged. I was already tapping that. Alright, well, maybe they have Slag Storm and they're going to destroy me. And I just called them unhinged and they're going to show me. Alright. I could just trade for the Tangle Asp. We will take damage instead. And draw a 2-drop, which does block. I kind of want to run out the P-Foul though. I really think they might have that Slag Storm. And this survives it. Let's get in there with the Vector Glider, I think. Yep. Vector Glider gets in there, and then now if they go to combat like this and we tap this and they attack with a Glistener Elf, we can block with a Wall of Denial, but we can't block with the P-Foul. Because that means they have the Slag Storm. Yep. Feels like a Slag Storm, so I guess I just do this. Alright, and then now we should be kind of crushing, because I think I go for the Paladin. And we still have Blinding Soul Eater to get around the untap trick. All right, I think we're actually winning this somehow. I thought we were dead, but it seems like perhaps they are dead and we are not. Combat, tap you, pay life. And they don't attack, I like that. And a Razor Swine, just a random duder on the ground. So now I can send for 4 in the air. Tempting to leave up the Geyser. I want to get in for 4 in the air though. I don't know. I think if they do this, I think I can play the Phalanx guy. Do this, and then they can't have the untap trick because we still have the tapper. They go to 6, and then we play this, which doesn't really get Slag Stormed too badly. And we pass. I could have like a Ridge Scale Tusker, and that would obviously not be ideal, but we might just have lethal with, even if they have Tusker, with Soul Eater plus Geyser. combat. Tap you. Gonna give it hexproof. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So I have to make sure I don't die, is basically the key thing here. Wait, but that's kind of an odd play, right? So it does... Why wouldn't you attack with this? So they're leaving it back to block for certain. I still think they have Slagstorm in hand. So let's go this one. I don't know if this one really matters a whole lot. This definitely goes here. I guess, why don't we go here? And then they Slagstorm. Uh-huh. The most predicted Slagstorm of all time. I think we're in pretty decent shape against it, if I had to guess. And how about we just have lethal? That works. I guess we had lethal with this too. Let's see if they said anything in chat. Okay, they didn't. Alright, that was quite the grind. Jeez. Oh, look, Juan has made a new account. SE7. Don has already beaten me onto the leaderboard, along with Ekin. Here's GLW, who I believe I know. Probably. Okay, cool. Let's play first. Queue times are pretty decent so far. I'm kind of shocked we won the last match. I thought we were going to lose. But we just... I don't know, the opponent made some interesting plays, and then we just were able to put them on Slagstorm, and then they died, so that was all nice. Also, their draw in game 1 was pretty nutty, I guess, with all the combat tricks, so who knows? Maybe we were actually supposed to win that. The pinger is really what did us in, though, in game 1, I think. Pinger was just brutal. Alright. No plays on the first couple turns of the game from this side of the board, but we do get in there with some Dragon Engine, Old Tech Cloud Guards. Echo of Dusk, you got it? We are going to fire off that Evolving Wilds when we can, but that will not be for at least, like, the soonest we could do that would be turn 5. So. We don't really need... I guess I would find another white, because in theory I might want to cast a double white card while activating the Blinding Soul Eater. Or I could cast a double white card and cast, like, my Acrozen Squire. But the main thing is just to thin the deck, get this out of there. Get the tap land out of hand as well. See what the opponent's up to here. If they just play, like, another X2, I will offer the trade, I think. It seems worth it. As opposed to keeping this back on blocks and letting them use a removal on it and missing out on the damage. Oh, yeah, what is with people playing these random infect cards? Like, these cards are just bad in my book. Like, I don't know. So we do this. Currently getting pretty punished for the tap land. But, depending on what happens next turn, we might be able to, like, Modern Age into an untapped land, getting rid of this, and then play one of these anyway. Play the Soul Eater if we find a Plains, for instance. our regular draw step can help us with that as well. Or we can draw planes for turn, play Modern Age, see if we find an island to get the Invisimancer going. It's probably still just best to develop the Soul Eater. Okay, ice over, that's whatever. They can hit me for some damage here, but we've got a nice crackback for 4. Not getting in with the Echo of Dusk is kind of strange, I think. They're going to ninjutsu something here. Interesting. Okay, spicy. So they're now going to discard a card and kill my Ultec Cloud Guard. Isn't that even more of a reason to get in with the Echo of Dusk? I guess they didn't want me to just block and trade. That doesn't quite make sense, though. Chittering Rats. Okay, they do have some good ones, but I don't really understand what they're doing. Let's see if we find the untapped land. Okay, we do. Nice. So let's just lead on the Modern Age. Pretty much pitching Evolving Wilds no matter what. And yeah, still pitching Evolving Wilds. And do I want to get the Invisimancer down and start the beats, or do I want to get the Soul Eater down and hold up the blocks? I think it's Invisimancer and put the pressure on. This is just a 2-2. Their card in hand doesn't matter. They've missed an attack with this before. The token here holds this back. I do miss my Invisimancer trigger here, but it's kind of neither here nor there. I think it just doesn't really matter. So... And then next turn we get a loot, get rid of this excess planes. We have the Soul Eater coming down. We can cast all of the spells in our deck. We're, I think, in pretty good shape. But we shall see. Something very strange would have to happen for me to want to block the Invisimancer on Echo of Dusk. I think it's like just about impossible that we would want to do that. Let me see. So opponent's just in the tank. We know they have Blighted Agent in hand. It's like kind of cute with the ninjutsu stuff, but ultimately, like, I don't know, this card is like fairly mid, and the Blighted Agent is fairly bad in my opinion. Chittering Rats is good though. If you got to like ninjutsu a Chittering Rats, then you'd be doing it for sure, but so far it seems like they've been missing black mana, or double black at least, which is perhaps why they discarded the rats to the silencer instead of just trying to rat me to death. Oh, okay, they finally decided to take some game actions. I could have sent them the dot there or something maybe, after just waiting a couple minutes for them to do anything. I want to know if this draft was wonky or not, because the first one was set up improperly. In fact, I think this one probably was too. But you're not supposed to see redundant packs. Okay, Moriok Replica, good card, but whatever. Probably missed the attack with it. Oh no, okay. They get in there with the Echo this time. And then just pass. Seems like perhaps missing land drop. Easy pitch the planes here regardless of what we find with the loot. Yep. And I could play the Wall of Denial, but I want to get the Soul Eater rolling, which means getting it off Summoning Sickness. So we can start with an attack for 2. And then we actually have a double block with the Gnome and the Soul Eater if they try to get in there with the 2/2s. But should be in great shape. Wonder if they just crack this right away. This gets to, yep, 2 permanents, so they're getting closer, but they're at 12 life and we're trying to pressure their life total, so that's pretty bad for them. I think we're just in excellent shape here, probably. One of their cards is Blighted Agent. They drew and played a land, so presumably still missing double black. They might have another island in hand, but it's turn 6, so they would have had to draw 2 islands. So they probably are holding 5 spells, but definitely holding at least 4. Okay, exile this, sure. We're just going to double spell here. I think it's just make a 3/3 with the glint sleeve so we can trade with Echo of Dusk if that ends up coming up. They're down to 10. Like, this one should just kind of, I don't know. They could have some ridiculous bomb. That's usually, yeah, they just have a counterspell. That's fine. I did consider that that thing might get countered, and I was not super concerned about it. So there's that. They have 2 permanents in graveyard, so randomly putting a permanent in graveyard won't turn on the echo or anything. We can always just bounce off the wall of denial anyway. We can tap flying blockers. We have 4 evasive power here, so setting up to kill them pretty quickly. We've had a nice little perfect curve out draw from our deck. They're coming back. Here's the Blighted Agent. Okay, they're gonna do whatever here. Sure, we're not gonna tap anything. And now we draw a land, which we don't need, but we also don't need to play out, I don't think. We just get in there with the stuff that obviously should. Okay, they have something. Overwhelming Remorse on that. Okay, sure. And they have a couple cards in hand. They're not doing a whole lot. So this Invisimancer will kill them unless they find more interaction, but I don't know. We can find like other flyers and stuff. It should be really hard for something bad to happen to me here. I guess I can tap the Blighted Agent. Doesn't matter very much, but it's the only guy that can attack here, so why not? I mean, I could also go for the kind of crazy line of Blinding Soul Eater, tap the Echo of Dusk, and then untap, try to tap another blocker and send in the Gnome, but I don't think that makes any sense. So I'll just tap this because I can. Combat. They're really down a lot of time, and I don't know why. Okay, they go for this, which is quite strange, but I'm just going to block. Okay, cool. I don't really know what that was about. Night. Okay, sure. You now got Revolt. Alright. Now I'm going to start tapping this because, oh, nice. Great draw. See if it resolves. This should be game over, though. Like, assuming this resolves, we now have 4 power flyers. They're taking 2 damage from the Invisimancer down to 6, and then they die next turn. Here we attack, then we tap their Echo of Dusk so they can't get lifelink, and then we tap their blocker, and then they just lose. Alright. Hopefully they will speed up now. So was this 2 new Phyrexia packs? I'm still trying to figure it out. Okay. If they have multiple flyers, I get punished for my line, but I'm not super concerned regardless. It's a lot easier for, well, is it easier? Let's see what they have. Okay, that doesn't matter, so they're dead on board. Yep. Oh, well, I guess this can give flying, right? Yeah. So that can give flying. So they could do that to the Pewter Golem. But that's whatever. And they could... Actually, it's weird. They missed the lifelink for this. They should have played this pre-combat. Anyway. Oh, but I guess then they don't have a blocker. I don't know if it really matters. So regardless, I can't kill them here because of the Flight Spellbomb, but that's fine. So we just send this in. we have Wall of Denial to bounce off the Pewter Golem. We can, yeah, I mean, we can do whatever here, I think. We should still probably tap the Echo of Dusk. And we're asking them to have like multiple flying blockers. Yeah, they're gonna need too many flying blockers because the P-Foul, this, like, all the evasive things that add up to 2, like any combination of 2 of those kills them, so this should, I mean, they should just die here. Okay. We don't even need to, like, currently it doesn't matter whether stuff has flying or it doesn't, so we just tap a guy and then we get in there. But because it could end up mattering, let's start by going to combat and attacking, because they could have some kind of mass tap effect. Attack, 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 attack. Do this, and then the 4 blocks will tap you. Pay, okay, cool. That was really long for no reason. Under 5 minutes off my clock and almost 12 minutes off of theirs. I'm just gonna run this back. Getting a little too hungry to consider nuance of sideboarding here. Like, I don't know, should be a good matchup. My deck is really nice, so keep. Great hand. All these hands with like lands of, like double lands of each color plus like Modern Age and 3 drops. I don't know, this deck is just really nice. I'm really happy I made a few picks to prioritize consistency, and like getting this back like 13th or whatever was pretty criminal. All right. So here we're pitching planes to the first Modern Age thing unless something weird happens. They have Moon Circuit Hacker, which is good. So they have multiple ninjas in their deck. That's funny. Ninja Chaos, anyone? So yeah, we will just do this, see what we find. Hope to draw land here, because then it's just free real estate to discard. This makes things awkward, though. This makes things quite a bit harder. So now there's not really anything that I particularly want to discard. I don't actually know what I'm supposed to get rid of. I think it's a land, but I don't know which one. I guess I'm going Island, because Charmed Sleep I can just play later. I don't want to play it on turn 3 here. Whereas Anchorite, I'm much more likely, like that is the ideal play on turn 4 in this spot. That's a hard loot, though. That was pretty painful. This is why we play 17 lands plus a Plow Beast, so we can sort of have 18 lands and not have to discard spells. Okay, they pitch a Pewter Golem. I do like this card, by the way. It's just a bit slow. That's going to make things awkward. Now I'm considering looting away a Charmed Sleep, which is maybe crazy. But I actually think, well, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter what I do here. What matters is what I... Did I not click my card? Okay. What matters is what I find off the loot. So I do this and then I draw a discard. If I just find like a plains, that makes it easy. Wing Commando. Yeah, I think now that I've given up double blue, it's time for Charmed Sleep to go, as sad as that is. But I think it makes sense. So this goes, obviously cannot pitch a land. That would be the end of the world, kind of. And I'm just going to make a 3/3 because it blocks both their guys, and we'll see if they have removal for it. I could make a 1/3 which blocks both of their guys, but this is one that I care more about, so I'd rather expose something like this, which kind of allows me to get ahead on board and is more expendable at the same time. You could make an argument for getting rid of Wing Commando instead of Charmed Sleep, because while Wing Commando is good, Charmed Sleep is a more powerful effect, and eventually I will find double blue, and this will matter more. All of those points are very reasonable. If you told me to do that, or if you were thinking that, then then I would say that's a great a great argument for that. But we should just be in excellent shape. Like, lands are not. Almost all my spells are castable. My hand is very good. This thing is flipping into a 2/3, which is another blocker. Blue-black is not particularly good at pressuring me either. And just the one thing we want to be aware of here is, yeah, if they do this, we want to block the Chittering Rats, because we know they have another ninja in their deck. Giving them a loot is not ideal, but if we give them another Chittering Rat thing, that's a way we could actually get very far behind. If they make this attack, then it's just the easiest snap block in the world. Disfigure. Okay, that's fine. And they have, okay, that's a good card, Live Fast. They should have started with that, I think, but nice card nonetheless. We find 4th mana here. I think it's time to go for the Loxodon Anchorite, because we still have a blocker. Then we get to untap with this next turn. We get to avoid not being able to use this thing's ability for a minute. Yeah, it just seems like a good spot to be mana efficient. We can draw our 1-drop potentially next turn, the Akrazan Squire, and still cast any of the cards in our hand, have a mana efficient turn that way, and an attack. So should just be like in excellent shape. They've played, their cards have been reasonable, but all my cards are really good. I'm not sure whether I want to play this land. Currently feeling better about that Charmed Sleep discard though. I want to see if one of my spells resolves before I do anything else. Let's just get down like a Wall of Denial if we can. I think that should be good. See if they counter this. They don't. And then once this resolves, I think we're clear to attack with the Vector Glider. Like, we just have enough trickery between untapped Anchorite, Wall of Denial. Like, it seems pretty hard for bad things to happen. Block this if we want. Like, even if they ninjutsu something, we can prevent the damage from the Dokuchi guy. Ice over is no big deal. I'm surprised they didn't try to save the Ice over for the Anchorite. Maybe they thought they couldn't get there with that. But regardless, yeah, 2 cards in hand, like, we're just looking to be in extremely good shape. Okay, Kitchen Imp card is decent. They can't attack with the ground creatures, though, which means if they go for the attack with the flyers, they actually get no damage in. Yeah, this is the messed up thing about the Anchorite, so I just block here. Heal myself, take 0. So imagine if they had done this, if they had done that, and then they iced over the Anchorite. That could be a way, I'm not going to say that I would just lose or anything, but I would certainly be in worse shape if they did that, or if they had done that. Let's just get the Commando down. Blocks nicely, it's going to be able to attack momentarily too. And the Squire, and we're still going to hold the land for reasons I can't quite articulate, but that's okay. And I mean, this should be kind of all wrapped up, like, yeah, anyway. So currently feeling rewarded for the Wing Commando for keeping this over the Charmed Sleep, but it doesn't really matter. Like, they're just going to need to show me something that's way more powerful than any of the other stuff they've played, or I'm going to have to blunder really badly. Like, one of the two. But otherwise, yeah, we've just got this wrapped up. Anyway. So, okay, they're doing something here. 4 mana. Sure, that's fine. Really just slows the game down. It doesn't do a heck of a lot else. They still have no damage here on attacks. Yeah, they don't agree with that, I guess. And yeah, this just simply does not matter at all. The only thing this accomplishes is getting another scry. That's the only thing that happened there. Which technically means my play was probably wrong. Do this, and then we'll get the Wild's down. We're going to finally get double blue. No reason to attack with the Squire, I don't believe. And yeah, we're just hanging out. So probably a minor mistake on my part, not blocking the Silver Raven because of ninjutsu. But on the other hand, like, I don't know, does it matter at all? It probably, like, it could matter. It was still, a mistake's a mistake, and it was, but it wasn't like the blunder that would change the course of the match. It was like it was an inaccuracy, ultimately. Okay, they're just going to get in there every turn, I guess. Yeah, maybe not this time. And they have last card, Dross Golem, overpay. Sure. We can take no damage from that, which is kind of nice. We can tap it as well. Okay, great draw. Yeah, all of our cards are just so good. See what the opponent does here. And they're at 6 minutes. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a tough road ahead for them. This thing starts attacking for 4. My play has been a bit loose today. Like, not horrible, but definitely room for improvement. So try to tighten up if I can. No attacks here. Just pass, and then we didn't even need to lock the thing down, but I thought it would make sense. And we can draw a 7-drop, so it's important to play a land out here. Get in there. Exalted is nice, and then they can double block, and we still have the healer. They don't double block, which makes sense. Healing 2 is just so absurd. It's just not very cool. Okay, have I learned my lesson? Honestly, I think no, I haven't. I'm just gonna go for the same thing. Like, they could have one of those black cards that deals damage to something, but okay, cool. They just had enough. Nice. All right, well, they really took their time, unfortunately. That was the worst part about that. Henki has a trophy. Nice. Let's see if they posted it. I assume the answer is yes. Starting off with a trophy. Nice. A little blue-white action. And we're insta-paired against the almighty Nat. Gotta love a screen name like this. Reasonable hand, missing third land. Might end up needing double blue, but that's why we have the Modern Age. So Modern Age is great. And we will just jam it on turn 2, especially if I don't find a land here. If I do find a land, and if they play this, then maybe I'll play that. But without a land, well, yeah, I don't know. Do I want to prioritize my life total? Honestly, I think I actually will. It's a little bit strange, but I don't want to take 3 damage from this thing. Opponent's on 1 color of mana. Okay, that's fine. They don't attack, which is a little strange. And then we miss. What if I just play another guy? And just say I have 2 guys. I'm going to find my lands eventually. My cards both trade with yours. But they have the Anchorite. Alright, I'm going to need a land. Dang it. Yeah, we need to exile that, the Thopter Arrest, so. Okay, I think we can... I'm trying to figure out what to pitch. Is it Invisimancer? Because we're missing double blue. It probably... It's either that or the Mystic, but the Mystic's more likely to matter. So we do this. We do have to take some beats from this, unfortunately. Anchorite is pretty broken. Okay, they spew a removal on that. Wait, do they not know how the Anchorite works? That is concerning. They have a combat trick? This is an incredibly good card, and they just didn't use it at all. A little offended. Okay, land is kind of nice. So what am I doing here? I think I still just have to exile their guy. My random 3/1 can trade, but I don't think it really matters. I guess it matters for double spelling. I'm just going to get rid of this still. Land, Thopter Arrest, exile the Anchorite. Sure, I take 5 damage, but now your terrifying guy is gone. Even it, like, I don't know. That play just made no sense. They're just jamming. I feel like they have nothing here somehow too. Maybe they do. No, they do. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, now I can lose. Very, very strange stuff. Just have to play this. And like, I don't know, should they have sorcery speeded that? Yeah, now they make this play, which actually makes a lot of sense. We have to take the damage because we have to start either tapping this or tapping that. I think we're still okay though with multiple tappers, thankfully. Yeah, and we're gonna play out land in this spot. We can actually start... Oh, that's funny, I didn't realize there'd be a trigger there. We can't attack, but we're close. They should be pretty dead. I mean, they have 1 card in hand. If it's a removal, then it is. Oh, jeez. Okay, maybe I just lose. I don't know. But if I find untapped land, I just cast Soul of Migration, and then everything's hunky-dory, maybe. That would be pretty incredible. They could kill us. I don't know. They just did stuff that made no sense. 1 card. They go for this. We do this. They save their guy, as they were supposed to do before. And then pass land. Wall of Denial. That's also great, though. Alright, I think we're still crushing, thankfully. So now we get to untap, and we have multiple tappers in play, and yeah, it should just be pretty much over. Like, there's... I don't know. There are ways they could get out of this, but it's going to be tough for them. Something that makes me lose life directly would be one of the best ways. More like tap effects. Okay, that's good. And then they can flip this into the 5/5. Also good. This crew 1, it's a 5/5. Yeah, I mean, that was definitely good. I still think we're advantaged. Just do this. Cast our guy. Can even consider attacking with the flyers. They prevent 2 damage to themselves with the Anchorite. So then, what does that mean for us on blocks? We still have the... I honestly think we can do it. So like, if we send these 2, they prevent 2 damage to themselves, and then let's say they have a creature. They crew this. We have like 1/1 chump or whatever there, but then that taps the Anchorite. This bounces here, and then 2/4 bounces somewhere else. I think it's okay. We could also bounce with the Soul Eater, which seems fine. Let's just do it. Yep. Sure. Good card. Still should be basically crushing here. Then crew this. Yeah, it's fine. They don't really have attacks, though. They might not agree with that, but that's okay with me. I mean, they could have a combat trick, but I'm not playing around anything. And if I wanted, I can even throw a bird token on here for good measure. And then they They lose one of these two. Seems pretty good. So they can't prevent damage to both. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that attack did not much. Another Anchorite's tapped, and we draw gas. I think I just make a 3/3 in this spot. And get in there with a lot of stuff. Like, definitely these, probably this. Yeah, let's do that. All right, we have officially turned the corner. Like, this is looking splendid, spectacular. Looks like they're not attacking, so we're just gonna let them click through, and then end of turn we're gonna tap their guy and just try to kill them next turn. So here we can hit them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the next turn we just hit them for 7 and they die. So that seems good. No need to get in on the ground or anything. Just nice. Oh, whoops. Oh, I did miscount there. Well, whatever. Just draw any non-creature card or something. That's a non-creature. Sure. So what do we, I don't know. I can just kind of do whatever here, I think. You bounce like this and this. Okay, cool. All right. Well, our deck is insane. Also, we drew really well, but still, this deck is like pretty cracked. All right, on the draw, do we want to change anything? Don't hate Forced Worship against someone who's trying to attack this much. I do think a Krazen Squire is a bit sketchier on the draw against somebody trying to beat me down. Otherwise, it's like Lost Leonin. Let's just play the Leonin, I think. Sure. It was probably an extremely loose Quicksilver Geyser there at the end, but I did the math wrong on whether I had a 2-turn clock as was. We don't like necessarily have a trophy yet or anything, so let's focus up and try not to die. Okay, if I draw all lands, I will lose, so let's try not to do that. Maybe even like just mostly lands I can lose. I still like the opponent's play was very reasonable except for the one attack that made no sense with the 2-drop is great here, by the way. Like with the Anchorite, getting the Anchorite in for damage rather than just like killing one of my guys for free. Okay, Sunblade Samurai, sure. If I want, I can get an attack for 3 in with the Soul Eater. Well, I think I just... This attack is free. I think I want to get the Lifelinker down. Whoa, they just take it easy. Okay. Totally free bluff attack, but, you know. Like, you have to block in that spot. I don't know. I think you do. Now you definitely have to, but... Ooh, that's a good one. Very glad I didn't develop the Soul Eater yet, by the way. The Cloud Guard, you say? Well, this thing has a free attack. Gains me 2 points of life. They might take the damage given how they've been playing. Oh, they did take the damage. This person doesn't like blocking. Blocking is good. Blocking is your friend. They are on 3 lands on turn 5. like one of the reasons that you would choose not to block from their perspective is if you have an instant speed removal spell, something that makes it so if I go for the oh, nice draw. If I go for the attack and have nothing on the previous or have a trick, then you get to blow me out. Okay, here comes a tap on the Cloud Guard. I think I just send this thing in. Does it matter though? What if I just get the tapper down? Let's just offer the trade. I think they're gonna take it. Yeah, and then we're just gonna play Soul Eater. Start tapping their tapper to get in with my flyer. Then we have Wall of Denial, which beats removal usually. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Not the end of the world though. They still can't really, I mean, they can attack with Fairgrounds Warden if they don't think I have +2/+2, which I don't. But let's see if they're gutsy enough. They might just not want to trade damage, and then now I'm going to reveal my hand by not... Ooh. Well, I guess we're still playing tappers. They're going to tap my... They didn't do it. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. They can have something here. That's horrible for me, honestly. That's very, very bad. But I was going to have to play into that... Oh, shoot. That was horrible, too. I clicked through my turn. I haven't done that in an extremely long time. Dang, that's embarrassing. Well. Okay, Palladium Mirror. I guess it's not much of a punish if they get in for no damage and nothing happens anyway. I'm just going to play the Wall of Denial. The thing is, from their perspective, like, it's probably just better to use the tapper to hit my 3/2. Well, I don't know. Then they can play this on the next turn. They're going for some damage here. That's fine. We take 1. Sensor Splicer. Okay, it's reasonable. They're ahead by a bit, but it's mostly because like they've drawn more spells and stuff. I'm not too worried. Okay, we get to bounce the token, which should be sick. There's nothing else that's good to bounce at the moment. But yeah, we can just play this. They'll tap it. It's fine. Wait, what? Why didn't they tap this? That guy's dead. Sure. Oh, well. Quicksilver Geyser value unlocked, I guess. Nice. Take some damage. My life total's super high. We're chilling. Plow Beast. What if I just play that? No, it's got to be better to... Yeah, it's got to be better to go for the Geyser. So yeah, we'll just pass. Okay, do this. Can't craft with artifact at instant speed. Thankfully. Otherwise that would have been a blunder, perhaps. Okay, nice. We're going to play that first here. And now we're in good shape again. So I like that. I mean, their deck is good. Their play has been a little strange, but I literally, like, clicked through my turn without casting a spell, so I can't really talk in terms of their play thing. Now I have like a triple block on Fairgrounds Warden, which is kind of funny, but it is real. If they do this, then I'm just gonna try to trade here. Sure. Just play the tapper. Tap my soul. Yep. Yeah, we should just be crushing. I mean, like, again, I don't know. I would have to like click through my turn in a spot where it's like really bad. Or they could just play a bomb. It's probably easier for them to play a bomb. Which hopefully this is not. No, Glint Sleeve Artisan is merely good. So they should be tapping my Loxodon Mystic. Probably. Maybe? But is that even good for them is the question. Okay, here's the Saw Blades. Make a 5/5. It'll be summoning sick. We have a blocker for it anyway. 2 blockers once we get the Plow Beast down. Petrify. I think we're going to end up petrifying this. Which we don't want to do just yet, I don't think. I think I just attack. Yeah, it seems pretty reasonable. Well, then what does their tap look like? They're going to tap, they should tap this and then tap this. No, I guess I just leave this back. Okay. Do this and then cast this. And I could petrify, but I just don't need to. We have multiple blockers for the, yeah, we should just be in really, really good shape. There's the Anchorite. I guess maybe I petrify that instead. Not totally sure. Yeah, maybe that's a little more annoying. Ooh, Thopter Arrest. Well, I don't know. We're going to spend them both. It's just a question of how. I think Thopter Arrest this. They already spent their Disenchant. So that one's more likely to be gone for good. Now we petrify this. Petrify their land. Okay, they tap this, which lets me tap this. Which means birds get in. Everything else stays home. Also, they messed up there. They should have... Or wait, oh, this was Summoning Sick. Never mind. They couldn't use it in response. Alright, cool. Looking very good. This deck usually looks very good, though. This deck is just a crusher. Lost Leonin. Yeah, why not? Oh, I made a bad play last turn. I forgot I had Wall of Denial on blocks. I mean, maybe it didn't matter, but I forgot this could block their flyer. That's the issue. I will give them the satisfaction of seeing one bad card in our deck, but I do think it's a reasonable sideboard card in the matchup, so whatever. Pearl Shard. Jeez, the hits just keep on coming. Thankfully, we're getting in there for 4 at a time. Pearl Shard's going to make this game a lot slower, unfortunately. And harder, for the record. At least they're playing quickly, though. They're actually up on clock. There's not really a way something bad should be able to happen to me. I mean, maybe they can start going for some big attacks. This guy looks pretty darn awkward, I will say that. What does their big attack even like look like here though? Like they use this to crew here. Solvok life staff, okay. Yeah, they really are dragging this one out. Crew. Equip, and then it gets through this. Yeah, which means I take 2 damage from the Gear Up Spray basically, but now I have the Tapper, so it's fine. Do they remember this? So this is an odd choice. Now I get to eat something. So let's do that, or at least kill something. Let's just... Wait, does this even matter? No, that part doesn't even matter. So we just do this, and then one way or another, something's dying here. They can save whichever one they want to save. It's fine. Sure, they save that one. That makes sense. We take 2 damage, but now, yeah, just re-equipping. Whatever. So now, yeah, wow, what a punish. Does this kill them? I think it does. All right, cool. Okay, a trophy. A trophy, a trophy, a trophy. 2 points of rating from that one. And we're at 645. Let's see. I'm probably going to have to end the stream. All right, turns out that is going to be it for me today, you guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed the stream.